we are back with the Aloran Bramble. We're just gonna keep playing with the Moldaya deck because it's fun, and I like unlocking a few cards with it. Let's get a new hand. I like it. Good enough. We can keep it. Do stuff with it. Uh, that card needs to get out of there. Um, let's see what's going on with this. Uh, we're gonna have to beat through defenders, and then there's gonna be a gigantic creature that we're gonna have to beat through, and he's gonna be a monster. He's gonna be like, I'm as big as the number of lands that my player controls, or I'm as big as the number of forest or tree folk, or forest or defenders, or plants. That looks like plants. Vine Lasher Katsu. I always thought that that was him, but it's actually the plant, because it's a creature plant. Whenever land enters the battlefield under control, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's scary. Trust me, he is a very terrifying monster. Very terrifying monster. We need to get something big and good for us as soon as possible, because if not, Vine Lasher Katsu is going to get ridiculous. That was another card I played with in Standard back in the day. Forget what block he was in. I think that was the year that I had way too much money that I had taken out of my childhood savings account that my parents had for me, and bought like 3 different decks. I think I bought a something green aggro. No, it wasn't that year, because I know what I bought. I bought white weenie. I bought mono red, and I bought mono blue. It was the year of Mirrodin, because I remember playing with Videlkin Shackles, which was sick. I have a lot of fun Origin tournament stories because me and my other buddy that I talked about in a previous video that played the Polymorph deck, we had a do I wipe the field? Yeah, let's gain 2 life. Let's clear the battlefield. But anyway, the two of us are very indecisive when it comes to picking a deck, which gives me another chance to talk about more Magic events. I played in States this year and got top 32. I didn't do as well as I would have liked. I played a Bant Flash, which was just kind of a fun deck. I decided that, I was going to play a deck that was enjoyable and not a deck that was like super serious. I don't like to play the best deck. If you know anything about me as far as my Magic career goes, I don't like to play the best deck. I like to play what beats the best deck. Or I just like to play something that's fun if there's nothing that beats the best deck. So we tested for a week straight before States, and decided that Jund was the best deck. That Jund just had enough outs for every different deck, and it was just stupidly overpowered. So we we tested it, and he decided to play Jund, just because he's the person that's going to pick the best thing if you can't make the best thing. But we are very indecisive about the decks that we pick. So I was playing around with a Bant Flash deck that I really liked. It was a lot of fun. It was very enjoyable. There were some awesome plays. Um, I played cards like Jur's Deliverance and Rootborn Defenses and things like that that just aren't normal staples in Standard, but were just a blast to play. Um, and then, um, so I had played all of these cards. It was a lot of fun. Um, Played Voices before they were $60. I got mine for like 25. So I had a whole play set for $100, and now they're at like 60 a piece, which is sick. Um, but they're really good. I can testify to that because first round I played against a blue-white black control, and I went first, and then he played a land tapped, I played a voice, and then he played Think Twice at the end of my turn, or the end of my next turn. And so he played Think Twice at the end of my turn. I got a Voice of Resurgence token, and uh, then he passes the turn, takes the damage from the Voice and the Voice token, so it's 4 damage. It's not a lot. And he flashbacks Think Twice at the end of my turn. And now I have not played anything. I have all my mana open. And he goes... he plays his 4th land and goes Supreme Verdict. And I've got 2 Voice tokens out and the Voice. And I play Rootborn Defenses and get another Voice token, untap, and swing for like... what is it? It would have been 8, 12, 14 after the Supreme Verdict, and he just was very, very upset. But anyway, so back to where I was going before, that we don't pick decks. There was one year that towards the end of the Odyssey block, beginning of the what block was after Odyssey? The one with the fetch lands. Onslaught? Onslaught. That block. So at the end of the Onslaught block, I had no idea what I was playing, and I sat down and made a blue-black control in Standard, and it was awesome. It would have been sick, except for the stupid elf deck in Standard at the time. Like, that was the most annoying thing in the world to try and get around. But I played like... it was blue-black control. The only creature that I played was Guilt Feeder. I think that's the right name. It was... whenever he deals damage to a player, he has fear, which means you can't be blocked except by artifact creatures or black creatures. And I'm at 10. Let's withdraw all. Attack, which is him. I mean, I could get into life, but we'll just keep doing this because why not? But anyway, so we had a Guilt Feeder. Is he going to overrun me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to withdraw you from blocking because you shouldn't be there. There. And there. And I'll trade one of our guys for one of his. Oh, That's awesome. But yeah, so that was the entire point of the deck, was to play uh, this Guilt Feeder, um, and he would hit them, and when he hit them, they would uh, yeah, we might as well just gain the 15 life now. When he hit them, he was a 1/4. He did no damage, but he would do damage equals the number of cards in their graveyard. And I would traumatize people, and I would like just control the field. Chainer's Edict was in, and just make them sacrifice things, and be real annoying. And finally, wow, I wish I could stop drawing Kalani Heart Expeditions. I need an Eldrazi is what I need. But that should force him from not attacking me now until he gets a substantial army up. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. All of my fun Magic events. I think the best one that we did was Worlds. Now, not that I actually played in Worlds, but just going there was probably one of the most fun times of my life. We went to Worlds in Italy in the Jund Naya Lightsaber era, right when Naya Lightsaber came out, and it was the coolest deck in the world because it was just, I love Naya. And we had played Hedron Crab and Vengevine stuff and things like that, and it was just a lot of fun. The language barrier was neat. Like, it was fun to sit down and try and explain to someone that you're Hedron Crabbing yourself and not your opponent, because people were just so used to being Hedron Crabbed by other things and attacking with Birds of Paradise and no one knowing what you were doing. They were like, why are you attacking with a Bird of Paradise? I don't understand. Let's bring out the Primeval Titan. And then we'll have no lands in the deck. Boom, boom, confirm. Landlord. But no, that was a very fun event. I forget what I played. I played Eldrazi Monument, which was a blast. I could beat Jund relatively consistently. So again, that was just like I said, I never am one to play the top deck. I think the only time I did was with Bant Conscripts, and that was because I had a lot of fun playing Bant Conscripts. So that was kind of a given. I didn't really have an option there. Yeah, I guess we attack with the 7/7. That's what I thought. Now we got some scary cards out. And we should not be able to draw any lands now. All the fun remembering of Magic events. So if you guys have any fun Magic event stuff, yeah, share them in the comments below. I do like to read them. I try and read all the comments. So I'm definitely all for that. If you guys want to, tell me your Magic stories, I will listen. I also remember us accidentally inventing Jund. My buddy played, again, the one that's much better than me, states the year of Seismic Swan, I want to say. I want to say it was Seismic Swan. And I forget what I played. I think I played Mill or something stupid. But the year of Seismic Swan, we had built Jund as close as it could be to that to that awful Jund. It was like putrid leeches and uh oh, there's no more lands. So yeah, there were putrid leeches and everything else. It was more of an aggressive version of Jund and kind of like the pre-version of Jund, but he ended up getting uh, just missing top 8 because he misplayed a Burrington Forge Center or something like that. If I have my tournaments correct, I remember him making a mistake at states that missed him uh, top 8 by like just a little bit. Yeah, let's do the sliver deck because why not? This one will actually have to concentrate. You come too close to the hive territory. Now you stand before its shaman. He shouts at you with clicks and hisses. Holding an etched fossil in his claw hand like a talisman, his brethren gather nearby, their forms shifting. Sure, we'll keep it. It's a little iffy, but it just kind of depends on how fast he comes out with slivers. Esnevik. I would be all for a sliver planeswalker. If they made a sliver planeswalker, that would be sick. I would be ecstatic if they had a sliver planeswalker. That would be awesome. Oh. Apparently I have to continue. Sliver planeswalker would be awesome. Oh, looks like we're in good shape. We're gonna get some Ulamog Crushers out real fast. That'll be real scary. I'll get my Oracle next turn, drop both of these lands. Hopefully there's a land on top. Not the next card, the card after it. That gives them all +1/+1. That's awesome. Like, I love the way the slivers look. They look so much better now. They actually look scary as hell. And actually, I should not have played the land from my hand because there's a good chance that there could be 2 lands in a row. Nope, we're okay. Oh, you jerk. That's okay. So, once we unlock the sliver deck, we'll start playing with that because I love slivers. I actually, one of the seals I did really well in was the Time Spiral sealed, and it was slivers that I had made sealed. Rampant Growth. Myself a land. Land. We got a lot of lands. We'll block this 3/4 because he's a scary sliver. The problem is the more and more slivers that get out, the more and more problems that we're going to have with the slivers. Because the slivers are very, very annoying. 2 1/1 colorless sliver creatures tokens. That's awesome. Ulamog's Crusher. That might prevent him from attacking this turn, I think. I think it should. This is a way to deal with it. Nope, apparently not. Cultivate. Search for some lands because I'm going to punish you. We'll annihilate those lands. It's a hasty sliver. Wow, I've got so many lands. So many lands. Attack. Annihilate 2. Oh, you sacked a sliver, really? we'll play another one. He's just like, damn, those are some big dudes. Oh, thank God. Sliver's never learned how to annihilate. This could be awful. This could destroy the world of Magic. The Slivers are gonna be like, I want that power. We need that power. It's gonna be like the Zerglings. And they're gonna take all of the slivery powers. Well, here comes some big scary creatures. I think we're just gonna annihilate him to death. Want that one, and then I want that one, and then I want that one. That's how you kill slivers, is you annihilate them. You don't give them the opportunity to multiply. Yeah, you play that land. You play the sliver that gives them first strike. He would have helped you last turn. Yeah, land. Let's give you the option. You annihilate two. You're going to slowly lose one creature at a time, or one permanent at a time, because now you can only play one thing a turn. So even if you can't play it, then that's awful for you. Oh God, I'm going to annihilate him entirely. He will have nothing left. He will be completely and utterly annihilated. This is the worst thing ever. I've lost like this before. It's miserable. Now he's gonna block. Now he's got one thing. So even if you play something next turn, it's gonna get annihilated. And he's going to lose with nothing in play. Poor Esnelic. He's going to lose. We're going to let him live, and they're going to learn how to annihilate. And Slivers will each have annihilate one. Oh my God, could you imagine that? A sliver that gives all slivers annihilate one. That would be the worst thing in the world. That would be the most broken thing in the world. The most broken thing in the world. In it to win it. We have defeated the Sliver deck. Title unlocked, Shandalar champion. In it to win it, and acquire the Sliver fossil. So, let's head back to the campaign. Your Friday night destination. Sliver fossil. After surviving the attack of the Sliver hive, you pry the Sliver fossil from the claws of Esnelic. Another piece of the puzzle has been found. I don't know if we actually survived the attack. We kind of just stomped them. Onward to Alara, to the John Menace.
Noah spoke of a furred goblin Dracomancer who lived on a volcano. The goblin could scry with fire, using an enchanted gem shard. The only place I know with dragons and hairy goblins is Jund, on the plain of Alara. Find the shaman, see what he knows about Ramaz, and bring me that shard.
I like how we're doing all of Chandra's work for her. But anyway, let me know what you guys are thinking. I say that every episode. And I'll see you guys later.